pouring rain that is endless. As I and Nancy Sliwa, my wife, we strolled past the old Riverdale Diners. We got off at 238th Street, next to last stop on the number 1 train by Van Cortlandt Park. It is now closed, the Riverdale Diner, and scaled the steps up to the bluff where Manhattan College is. And in that pouring rain, to hear that, could I hear that again? Please, James Flippin, could I hear that again? Oh. Young Socialists of America, led by AOC, all our crazy Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It was like smelling salts to me. It was better than sex. Oh, my God. It fired me up. And then, in addition to that, as I was listening intently this morning, as I exited stage right, because John Catsimatidis and the new star that has been born here at WABC, Dominic Carter, had on Andrew Evil Eyes Cuomo, my nemesis, my enemy. And so naturally they told me to take a powder, go get a coffee, which I did, because if he heard my voice, it would have been click. And he ended up saying at the end of his long, tiring interview of nonsense, one thing that he does not understand, Matt Meany, is that he couldn't say my name, but he was describing who I am and what I'm doing about this illegal alien issue.
I think you're going to need people, neighborhoods, like is happening in Brooklyn with Floyd Bennett Field, by the way. They're up in arms. And I need that. I think you're going to need the people's anger to resonate to get the politicians to move. They taught us in high school, the politicians lead and the people follow. Baloney. Not anymore. The people have to lead and the politicians will follow.
But he can't say my name, can he? But it's in the promo every day before you hear a segment with yours truly, Curtis Sliwa.
Curtis Sliwa is a politician who says don't trust politicians.
Come on, Andrew Cuomo, you can say it. I know. You'd want to impale yourself with a crucifix by saying it. But a fellow Catholic of yours who lives right down the road from you and your Michael Corleone compound that is owned by your brother Fredo, Chris Cuomo, is Bill O'Reilly. And Bill O'Reilly has said what you are incapable of saying, Andrew Cuomo, but that everyone else recognizes.
I understand what Curtis is doing. He wants to bring attention to the.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. It's important because I've gotten very close with Curtis. I did appear at 2 rallies with Curtis in Brooklyn last week. But, you and I are also extremely close. Do you think Curtis is doing the right thing? He does not, by the way, he does not encourage violence. He doesn't. Do you think he's doing the right thing?
Yes. Because there's got to be a leader. And, in an area with 16 million people, most of whom sympathize with the position that this is insane, that we don't have any money anyway here, and the taxes are the highest in the nation, and now we're putting billions of dollars out on people who shouldn't be here.
Anointed by Bill O'Reilly. I am the leader of the rebels. Up the rebels, as I've always said. And by the way, the politicians do what they do, Democrats and Republicans. They talk themselves into circles. The lawyers go into court, try to get the restraining orders to stop the madness of the tents and the migrants. And yours truly, Curtis Sliwa, has been anointed by Bill O'Reilly himself, the leader of the rebels, and I am. Up the rebels!